Just making a quick update video because there's just not a lot to talk about right now with AMC, so I'm not interested in wasting anyone's time making a video talking about the same shit or nothing new or anything. It's the same shit. You see what happens on Monday, I guess. Again, I just don't want people getting their hopes up because there is a logical, feasible explanation if there ain't a rack of shares that show up. There just is. Every bit of this naked shorting, every bit of it could be taking place in the dark pools and not on the lit exchange. Every single bit of it, which is why there's so much volume and shit in the dark pool on a regular basis. Very possible. And again, it's like a matter of, do you think that some crazy number is going to come out and then all of a sudden it's just going to skyrocket? It's possible, I guess, but it just doesn't seem tangible. It doesn't seem like that would happen. There can't be that many more shares available. There just can't be. And if they've been fucking shorting through ETFs and returning and people have been slowly eating them up, there's just not going to be a whole lot of shares. This is kind of how it seems to be panning out. So I'm waiting for Monday. See what happens on Monday. I think the best thing that could happen is this crazy number comes out and hopefully it doesn't stop anything for a formal investigation, which I don't think it would immediately, because again, people would easily say, oh, well, that's a fucked up company. They did something wrong, whatever. There's no way something like that would happen first, but maybe it will increase the volatility in the fucking stock again. Maybe options become a viable play again. That's really all I'm waiting to see happen. Once options become a feasible way to make money in this stock again, then you'll know that it's not being completely controlled by Shitty Dell and all them fuckers. That's really all I'm waiting for. Like I said, you should already be in a position, if you've been here for a while, to where you should have a comfortable amount that you're good with, just sitting on. I don't believe the Reddit post that got put out by some scientist or whatever. I don't think the average person has 120 shares at all. I just don't believe that the average person, 80% of everyone in this play has 120 shares. I see so many people posting, oh yeah, just got paid, got 2 to 4 more AMC, or just got 8 more AMC, or something like that. I just don't think that many people have 120 shares. 80%? No, I just don't. That's, again, statistics are, that's one thing you'll learn in a statistics class, is that statistics aren't a formal way to evaluate anything. They're made up, completely made up. It's just a way to gauge something, to create a better hypothesis, but it's still made up. A joke one of my statistics teachers used to say all the time, that 89% of statistics are true and 99% of statistics are made up, or something like that. And that's what it is. You can't base something on a small group, or he's just going off a rule, a scientific rule that doesn't necessarily apply to this. So I just don't want everyone getting all worked up and crazy. Let's just wait and see what happens Monday. Also, if anyone is in AMD based off of me talking about it, you should not be, because I'm in this play for a specific reason. And what you're seeing here, this is a legitimate, short attack. Not because of some AMC type shit where they're trying to bankrupt a company, because they're never going to be able to bankrupt AMD. But this is a short attack. 100%, especially if you put it on the 1 minute and take a look at it. It's this fucking thing. When you look at the beginning of the day, this should have continued an uptrend. Maybe should have, stalled a little bit, but continued an uptrend. And then all of a sudden it started kind of getting hit here. And then when it should have continued the uptrend again here, it just got slammed. And people still were trying to buy, slammed, trying to buy, slammed, still trying to buy. All this buying pressure. This should have been like stacked up, probably heading towards 120-ish, 122-ish for the day. But they attacked the shit out of it. And you can see it in the MACD too. MACDs don't look like this. It's even if it's getting shorted, it's still usually a nice amount of buy pressure that loops into some sell pressure, and even if it's small, you still would get like a little green hump, like even like that. But this is all sell pressure, sell pressure, sell pressure, sell pressure, sell pressure, sell pressure, all of it. Like that is a legitimate short attack. And it's probably Intel and whoever else scared to death that AMD had a phenomenal fucking earnings call. They're up like 100% from a year ago, up over 100% in some other areas. And it was already shorted to begin with. People have been shorting it for a long time since it got popular. And that earnings call coupled a lot of probably shorts getting returned because of all the buying pressure produced from the great earnings call. And then now they're shorting it again, trying to scare some of those newer buyers out. Because AMD has a legitimate shot at being the king, overtaking Intel. They do have a legitimate shot now because of the pandemic. Still, very long play for me. Very, very long on this. So if you don't know anything about it, you haven't even seen the earnings call, you don't know anything about the company, if you don't know what AMD makes, don't invest in it. I invest in this personally because I have a personal relationship with technology, and that's a big reason why I am invested in this. I have a vested interest for myself personally. I actually use AMD products. I build computers and shit, and NVIDIA is another one that I like as well. But don't invest in this just because you see me talking about it. I'm just talking about it, showing you guys like legitimate stock comparison versus like AMC, what a real stock should look like, and it's one that I personally like and am invested in. But it's my investment is my investment, because I was up quite a bit from the other day with my calls, and now they're down, and several of them are in the red, but they're extended out. More than enough time for them to go back up. I don't want new options traders coming in here and buying weekly fucking strikes and shit. Because the only way you would do that is if you're watching this every day, and you're going to sell it at a certain gain if you're buying it for that weekly strike price, and it should be either Monday or Tuesday. It's the only time I would ever recommend buying an option that's going to expire that next week, and that's based on its momentum. So if you're in this, cool. I recommend just buying the stock and holding it, because I see this company going much higher over the course of the next few years. It's going to be significantly higher than where it's at. Even in the next few months, I would wager a guess that this is going to be up quite a bit. But it is under short attack right now, like very evidently under short attack. So unless you know what you're doing with options, please do not be buying them in AMD. Please don't be doing any sort of buying if you're doing it just because I have said I'm invested in it and I like it. Do your own DD, not a financial advisor, and do not give out advice or tell you what to buy or when to buy, and I never will. But yeah, just keep an eye on all this shit. If anyone was invested in it or bought anything in it, it's like freaking out or something, and just whatever, just letting you know there is a short attack going on in the stock right now. So normal, happens all the time. Definitely makes sense with the earnings call that came out. So don't forget about it. We'll see what's going on Monday. All right, I'm out of here.